Appreciate it. All right. So, hey, I wanted to jump on this quick live stream here and talk about some different issues that are going on. Now that we're within April, it's been a very interesting week. I think we can probably say that much. A lot of big things have been happening, and this year just continues to surprise us every single day. But anyway, I want to follow up to a video that I had out a few days ago. I've been getting a bunch of questions about this, and realistically, I've had a number of people reaching out saying, no, that's not true. It didn't happen. Why didn't I get it? You said all these different things like this. So I'm following up to a video that I had out a few days ago, and I really want to spend a little bit of time here talking about this and what went on a few days ago and how millions of beneficiaries actually did start getting bigger checks, significantly larger checks, as of the beginning of April. But not everybody, only a few million people, okay? So yes, this is a real thing. And again, I want to clarify this. And for the people that have been reaching out saying, well, I didn't get it, and you said that I was going to get this. Not everybody, okay? I just want to clarify that really clearly. Now, there's a lot of information that's out there, and I like to say this sometimes in the videos, like realistically, there's a lot of information that I share in the videos, and I can see, a lot of the different details about the videos, and I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't go down that road. Anyway, I just want to clarify it, okay? I just want to clarify this. Sometimes when I see comments down below that say things like, you said it's coming, and you lied, and all this is BS, and whatever stuff like this, it's like, no, just please listen to the content. I mean, there's just so many different things that are going on right now. I'm not here blowing smoke. I mean, I know some people think that, but really I'm not. If you look any of this stuff up that I'm talking about, you can easily find it. And I also just talk about it in the videos. I literally just talk about all the details, and a lot of times I pop stuff up on the screen and just give you like the articles, the press releases, whatever it happens to be out of Social Security. So anyway, I want to come back really quickly in this live stream and just kind of talk about what's going on here. Okay, so on Tuesday, a couple days ago, was obviously April 1st. Here we are, Friday, April 4th, right now as I host this live stream. So if you're watching this next week or in a month from now or 15 years from now, whatever it happens to be, it's April 4th, Friday, 2025, right here, right now, as I film this live stream, or host this live stream, I should say. Okay, but anyway, April 1st, okay, so here's what happened. Let me just take a little step back a couple months ago and just going to tell you what happened. So last year, the House and the Senate passed the Social Security Fairness Act. On January 5th of this year, it was signed into law by the president. Social Security Fairness Act. It impacts about 3.2-ish million people out there who are impacted by the repeal of the two provisions within the Social Security Fairness Act, which were repealed by the Social Security Fairness Act. Okay, so there were two provisions within it. It repealed both of them. Now, these two provisions have been in place since 1983 and 1977. So however long that is, 42 and 48 years ago. I think my math is right on that. I could be off a little bit there. Either way, it goes back, quite a while, a few decades there. But anyway, so the Social Security Fairness Act passed last year, signed into law January 5th of this year. They had a signing ceremony. I've talked about it many times since then. There's been a lot of confusion about it. But anyway, remember this. Back in the end of February, I don't remember the exact date. I think it was like maybe the 26th or so. It was just the last couple of days of February. It was maybe the 26th. Social Security came out spontaneously. We didn't know this was going to happen. They came out spontaneously. In fact, I could share with you the press release if you really wanted to see it. I have the press release I could just share with you. It would take me a couple minutes to find it, but I do have it. But anyway, they came out, I believe it was on February 26th. I could be off by a day or two, but it was around there, last couple of days of February. And they said, hey, we've got all the payments, the lump sum payments calculated. We're ready to start sending these out. And they started sending them out the very next day. So they started sending out these big lump sum payments. So the last couple of days of February, as well as the first half or so of March, they sent out these huge lump sum payments. In fact, the average payment that went out to these 3.2 million people was $6,710. That was the average payment, which, by the way, I have a press release about that too. If you want to see the details, I could dig that one up. Again, probably take me a few minutes to find it, but I could easily find that press release too, announced by the Social Security Administration. So there were about 3.2 million people that were getting these payments, lump sum payments, in the month of March. Again, about the first half of March, about 3.2 million people got these payments totaling almost $7,000 on average. Obviously, some people got significantly more, some people got a little bit less, but the average was $6,710 that was deposited into millions of people's accounts. Not bad, right? That would be a really, really, really fun payday for a lot of us, right? I think we would all probably be very, very happy if we spontaneously got a $6,710 payment from Social Security one day. That'd be very, very nice. And millions of people experienced that in March. I hope that they are enjoying that. Okay, so anyway, so that happened. And then, along with the press release there, Social Security also indicated that they would be increasing the monthly benefit checks for these 3.2 million people in April. Here we are, April 4th, right now, Friday, April 4th, 2025, as I host this live stream right now. It's about 6 p.m., 6:10 p.m. East Coast time or so. I don't know, give or take a little bit, just right now, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to say that just in case you're watching this, you're like, wait, is this live? It's live, yes. Okay, so anyway, they indicated that they'd be sending out these larger, bigger, increased payments as of April. So now here we are, okay? So basically starting the beginning of the month, April 1st is when SSI benefits go out. However, I want to throw this out there. SSI, unfortunately, was not included in this because the GPO and the WEP, again, the two provisions within the Social Security Fairness Act, which were repealed, primarily impact those benefits that are retirement, survivors, and spousal benefits, not SSI, okay? However, here we are in April, so yes, technically it starts this month, okay? So this is the month when those higher benefit checks will be going out to these roughly 3.2 million people. Okay, so does all that kind of make sense? Which, by the way, I just said GPO and WEP. That stands for Government Pension Offset and Windfall Elimination Provision. Those are the two provisions that were eliminated by the Social Security Fairness Act. Again, back, well, it was almost, 3 months ago now? 3 months ago tomorrow will be the date in which it was signed into law. So January 5th of this year is when it was signed into law, and tomorrow is April 5th. So what is that, 3 months ago? Is that right? Yeah, okay, sorry. Sometimes I get confused. I had to count on my fingers really fast. Yeah, anyway, 3 months ago, okay? Just wanted to clarify. Just wanted to confirm. Okay, anyway, so that was signed into law then. So now these bigger payments will be coming out this month for, again, those people. Now, let's just bring this full circle here and talk about the comments I've seen rolling in saying, no, I didn't get a payment. I didn't get the larger check. This is BS. This is a lie. You're making this up, whatever, stuff like this. No, absolutely not. This is when it's happening, is right now in April. Is everybody going to get this? Absolutely not, unfortunately. I made that very clear in the video just from the other day on Tuesday that no, everybody is not getting this, unfortunately. However, the really nice thing about this, and I said this a few months ago, when they passed this in the House and the Senate, when the president signed it into law, I made this point. I said, hey, this is good. Well, okay, this was back in January, by the way, before we knew all of this absolute madness would be happening right now. I'm going to say this much. All of this that's going on right now is unfortunately foreshadowing a lot of the other progress that could be made with reforming Social Security, raising benefits, and doing a whole bunch of really good things for beneficiaries. There's a lot of other things like the market tanking yesterday and today. Wow, that was interesting. But anyway, my point is there's just a lot of other things that are kind of distracting from everything going on. But the point is, what I was saying a couple months ago was that, hey, they made some progress here. Lawmakers came together on a bipartisan basis to reform Social Security and to repeal some outdated provisions. Like, for example, they could be doing a lot of different things for Social Security beneficiaries by raising benefits and reforming the program and doing all kinds of different things. And I was saying back in January, hey, they've got some momentum. Maybe they can keep rolling with this and maybe pass other provisions like maybe the Social Security Fairness Act, maybe the Social Security 2100, maybe by raising SSI benefits up to the federal poverty line, as they've discussed and as they proposed in a couple different pieces of legislation. Maybe the SSI Restoration Act they could pass. Maybe they could remove the marriage penalty. We were talking about all these different things. Unfortunately, I think some of that momentum has been dissipated. Is that the word I can say? Yeah. Maybe some of this momentum that they had about reforming Social Security has unfortunately disappeared simply because we're dealing with a lot of other major issues right now. And I think lawmakers are thinking about other things right now, maybe not this, okay? But anyway, yes, this is a real thing. And that's what it comes down to, okay? So if you were impacted by the GPO, the Government Pension Offset, or the WEP, the Windfall Elimination Provision, which I'm going to be honest with you, like a very small percentage of people were actually impacted by this. It's only about 4-ish% of total beneficiaries. Is that right? Yeah, I think it's something like that. It's like 4% or so, give or take a little bit there, that were actually impacted by one of these two provisions. So it's a very small percentage of total beneficiaries that were actually impacted by it and that got that huge lump sum payment last month in March, and we'll be getting those higher benefits this month in the month of April. Okay, so they're still rolling out. There's plenty of payments to still go out. As of right now, they've only sent out basically two big tranches of checks. One on Monday, which was for SSI, yesterday, the third, which was for concurrent claims beneficiaries, and those people that have been getting benefits prior to May of 1997. But now we get into the Wednesday schedule, and you know how that goes. Again, next Wednesday, the 9th, the Wednesday after that, the 16th, and the Wednesday after that, the 23rd, is the other days in which payments will be rolling out, okay? So I hope that clarifies it. And again, if you want, I could dig up those press releases. I'd have to find them. I have them. Absolutely, I have them. I could find them. They're from like, I don't know, 6 weeks ago or so, but I could certainly find them. If you want, I could stick them into the description of this live stream here when I'm done with it. It's going to take me a little while to find them. I don't want to sit here on the live stream and try to dig them up right now, but I could easily do that. I could stick them in the description if you want me to. But yeah, you can see the different press releases out of Social Security, exactly what they said by this, who would be impacted, the average benefit amount, details like that. Okay, so I hope this clarifies it. I'm going to jump into the chat right now. I will answer questions, whatever you've got. I know it's a super weird time right now. Please let me know what I can answer for you. We'll hang out here in the chat for a little while and just let me know what you got, okay? I'll answer for you, just whatever I can for you right now. I know that it's massively confusing and just a lot of things are going on right now. It's just like who would have guessed this? Seriously, right? I mean, this is nuts. It's just one thing after another going on right now. Okay, oops. Almost dropped my phone. Okay, I'm going to pull this up here. It's going to take me a second. It's usually the slowest part. Okay, I will pull this up, which, by the way, I 100%, this afternoon, I was out in a live stream as well. I 100%, most of these tariffs that were announced on Tuesday, I 100% expect these tariffs to be pulled back, negotiated significantly lower, completely eliminated. It's all a negotiation right now. This is incredible to see the absolute panic that is out there right now and the volatility that is out there. We know what he's doing. I'm just going to say this much. We can clearly see the president's hand right now. He's bluffing. He's big time bluffing right now, okay? I'm just saying. I'm calling his bluff right here, right now. I've been saying it for a while. He's absolutely 100% bluffing. And these other countries are, who knows? Let's see if they fall for it and if they take him up on it. But these tariffs are not going to stick. Please, I would not worry about these tariffs whatsoever at all. Maybe they stick for like a few weeks, maybe a few days. I mean, who knows? Maybe this weekend they hash something out and they completely pull them back. Maybe they stick for a few months. I don't think they stick long term for sure. These things are coming down for sure. They're not going to be in there for very long. It's a big negotiation, right? So this is interesting to watch play out. Okay. I'm just pulling up the chat. Sorry, this is always the slowest part. By the way, quick side note as well, I mentioned this in the live stream earlier as well. No, the tariffs will have no impact whatsoever on your Social Security check, as in the benefit that you receive. So like the amount of money that you get deposited into your account, no, it will not have any impact on that whatsoever, nothing. But if the tariffs do stick long term, as in, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever like that, until they negotiate these things lower, yes, we will absolutely start to see higher prices in the stores. I know, right? After all these years, rapidly rising inflation, high prices, just what we want right now. Even higher prices, please. Yes, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Higher prices. Yeah, please. Right? Nuts. Anyway, that's not what we need right now. We need the absolute opposite, which is plummeting prices. That's not happening anytime soon, though, unfortunately. Okay. Shirley Kirby is saying, since I don't file taxes, am I included? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just following up to a video that I had out on Tuesday, and what I was talking about in that video from Tuesday is I said bigger Social Security checks are coming for millions of beneficiaries this month, and that's true, okay? I just want to make that very clear. Yes, that is true. Is it for all beneficiaries? No. It's a very slim amount of beneficiaries. In fact, it's about 3.2 million beneficiaries that will be impacted by these increases, like big increases to checks, by the way, that are this month. It's not like $20. On average, the average person will get $360 more this month in their benefit. The people that are included, by the way, the people that are included is about 3.2 million people. It's a very small percentage of the overall population that receives Social Security. It's because of the Social Security Fairness Act, which was signed into law by the president on January 5th of this year, as they repealed the GPO, Government Pension Offset, and the WEP, Windfall Elimination Provision. They repealed both of those. And that's translating into the big lump sum payments that went out last month in March, again, for 3.2 million people. The average person got $6,710. Again, I could bring you a press release from Social Security proving it. If you want me to, I can certainly do that. Otherwise, the bigger payments for these individuals, again, just shoring up their checks for the payments they were supposed to be getting, will also be rolling out this month in April. And again, the average person getting $360 more. And again, it's not everybody. It's just the people that were impacted by the WEP and the GPO. Okay? Hope that helps a little bit. Mike is asking, will anything come on Direct Express? If that's where you get your regular monthly benefit, your benefit will continue to go there. But unless you were impacted by, again, the GPO or the WEP, if you were impacted by those, then you may be due more money. Again, I don't know your exact situation, but if you weren't impacted by those, we're going to get our regular monthly benefit, no change, okay? Just hope that helps. Christina Eckert, I think it is. Christina, I see you there. Thanks for your message. I apologize if I'm saying your last name incorrectly. You're saying who qualifies for this? I think I just kind of answered that with Mike and Shirley's messages there. But it's the people that are impacted by the GPO, again, Government Pension Offset, and the WEP, Windfall Elimination Provision, from the Social Security Fairness Act, which was signed into law back on January 5th of this year, okay? Yes. All right. So anyway, I'm following up to a video that I had out a few days ago, and I just wanted to clarify because I saw a bunch of comments coming in on that video where I wanted to give some clarification, but it seems that this may be a little bit of an issue. Yeah, Beverly is saying go away tariffs. Yeah, I agree. They're certainly going to go away. They're not going to stick around. Nice to see you, Beverly. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Bill Weir, I think it is. Bill, I see you there. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, thank you for being here. Yeah, James, Laura, hey, I see you there as well. Thanks for being here. Yeah, rough situation, right? Yeah, tough stuff going on right now. Joni Filia, hey, Joni, hey, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for being here. Darren, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Throw me a bone, Darren. Thank you. I appreciate that message. Seriously. Come on, that's totally true. Hope, faith, and love, I think it is. Good question. You're saying, how do they determine who gets this? Again, people that were impacted by the GPO and WEP, okay? The Government Pension Offset and Windfall Elimination Provision. I know I've said that like 20 times so far in this video. I totally understand that. But again, I just want to make it very clear who is impacted by this. And this is what I'm trying to clarify here in this video. Yeah, exactly. Helen Cutler is saying that's nothing new. Correct. It's not new right now. Right. I've talked about it many times before in other videos. And yeah, just trying to clarify here. Nancy Thompson, I see you there. Thanks for joining us. Nice to see you. Yeah, James Laura, I see you there as well. Mike, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Sharon Wagner, exactly what are the qualifications to get extra money? Really good question. Right now, that's just what it is. Again, I said it a few times now. Those people that were impacted by the repeal of the GPO, government pension offset, and the windfall elimination provision. Again, basically, I haven't said it so far in this live stream. I'll just say it really quickly right now. I've said it many times before in other videos and in live streams, but it's generally those people that worked in jobs including but not limited to postal workers, police officers, firefighters, teachers, these individuals that essentially were working but not paying in through Social Security payroll taxes. These are the individuals that were impacted by this in general. Yeah, Susan Ryan. Hey, Susan Ryan. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well, Susan Ryan. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Joni Filia. Hey, good question. What were the labor numbers? So the expectation from analysts came in at 140,000, and the number that came in today was, I think it was 226. Yeah, so it was way above expectations. It was actually really good, and way better than they expected. So interesting, right? Yeah. But the unemployment rate did go up 0.1% from 4.1 to 4.2. So, yep. Yeah, Jimmy Lambert said, I got mine on the 3rd. There's no difference. Exactly. 100%. Yep, that's true. Shouldn't be any different. It should be the exact same right now. Yep. Yes, exactly. Exactly. This is exactly why I'm making this video, because of this comment right here. Oh my God. Ann Levere. Nobody got a raise. This is BS. Okay, this is literally why I'm making this live stream right now, trying to talk through the details for people who are confused, like Ann. Ann, this is not BS. I'm telling you the details. This is from the Social Security Fairness Act. I'm literally talking about the Social Security Fairness Act, which was signed into law back on January 5th. And those people that will be getting higher benefit checks this month because of the repeal of the GPO and the WEP, the government pension offset, and the windfall elimination provision. This will be raising benefit checks for about 3.2 million people by $360 per month, starting this month in April for 3.2 million people. True, yes. Yep. All right, I'm going back down to the bottom of the chat. Yeah, Ryan Wright, good question. I wonder when something good will happen for the disabled on SSI. Really good question. SSI is a great program, but it's really far behind. This program needs to be fixed in a massive, massive way. They need to do a lot of things to the SSI program. Unfortunately, with everything else going on right now, it could possibly be a while. They had some momentum earlier this year working on reforming Social Security and all the programs within, the different details like that. But yeah, unfortunately, I think a lot of the things that are happening right now are for certainly overshadowing the SSI program, which obviously needs to be fixed in a massive way. Which, by the way, I've talked about this before in other videos. I shouldn't even talk about this right now. It just doesn't even matter. But with everything that Doge is doing within Social Security, and apparently the $500 to $700 billion of waste and incorrect or improper payments that they've identified apparently within entitlement programs like Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, to fix up SSI and to raise SSI benefits up to at least the federal poverty line on a monthly basis for all beneficiaries would not cost much at all. It would be like a few $1 billion a month. It'd be like not much, like 27 or something $billion a year. I've ran the math on all that before. It's like $27 billion a year. That's nothing compared to what they're apparently scraping together through Doge and within these entitlement programs. They could easily do that and shore up the SSI program in a huge way. Bouchia. Sorry, I'm probably saying your name wrong. Bouchia from Florida. Hey, I see you there. Thank you so much for being here. Nice to see you as always. Hope you're doing well and having a nice Friday. Thank you. Vanessa Johnson. That would be nice. I mean, Playing is fine, but winning would be a better story. But yeah, exactly. Vanessa Johnson, exactly. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Daniel Wyndham. Daniel Wyndham, I see you there exactly. Yeah, there's been a lot of people pushing back on that and kind of agreeing with exactly what you're saying as well. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, Shell Balestra, Shell Balestra, nice to see you as well. Happy Friday. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Wayne Noel, good question. You're saying, what if you're a volunteer firefighter and you're going on calls and get paid for going on calls? Good question. I mean, in that type of situation, what I guess I'd be wanting to know is that you said you do get paid when you go on calls. Um, you'd have to look at your pay stub. I mean, are you paying FICA taxes out of that? If so, then this wouldn't apply right here, right? So again, the other question would really be is how long have you been doing this? Have you been doing this prior to like January of this year when they repealed that? Would be the kind of the good question behind that. Yeah. Yeah, but good question, Wayne. I like that one. That's a good one. Yeah, Christina Eckert, I see you there as well. Thank you for the message. Appreciate that. Yeah. 1997. Wow. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Keith, you looks like you got some payments today coming in. Awesome. That's great. Angela Brooks. Hey, Angela Brooks. Nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well. I always see your comments on the videos. Thank you. You're always so kind. It's very nice of you, Angela Brooks. Thank you so much for the nice message. Faith, hope, and love. You said, let me clarify my question. How do they know who fell under these programs or who's qualified, who fell under these programs? They have that information. I mean, Social Security, between the Social Security Administration and the IRS, I mean, they have all this information. They know who fell into this program because, they see somebody's income that's reported to them. I mean, obviously, the IRS gets record of everybody's income every single year that's reported to them. And then they can clearly see who paid, well, first off, which industries people work in, and then who paid FICA taxes or didn't, right? FICA taxes, by the way, are Social Security and Medicare payroll taxes. So when you look at your pay stub and you see all the different line items on there, federal taxes, state taxes, FICA taxes, and all these different taxes come out of your paycheck, right? So the individuals that worked in these fields generally did not pay Social Security payroll taxes, right? So yeah, they would just have that on record. Yeah, Alicia Murray, thank you for the nice message. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for being here. Happy Friday. Hope all is well. Yeah, Denise M., you're very welcome. Denise M., thanks for being here. Appreciate you as well. Thank you. Yeah, Vanessa Johnson, you're very welcome. Vanessa Johnson, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Happy Friday. Marcus Mills is saying, I didn't get the second or third one. I'm assuming you're talking about stimulus checks. That's certainly not what I'm talking about here in this video, but I'll throw you a little bone, Marcus. So the next 1 minute or however long it takes me to say this could be worth $1,400 to you. So I don't know, I'm not sure about you, but I like $1,400 for 1 minute. Okay, you have until April 15th. So you literally have a little bit more than, I don't know, you have 11 days. You have 11 days, Marcus, to claim the $1,400. If you don't claim it by the end of the day of April 15th this year, so Tuesday of a week from Tuesday, you have 11 days to claim it. If you don't claim it by the end of the day of the 15th, it's gone and you don't get it ever. Gone, totally gone. The $1,400 from 2021. Okay, there you go. Could be worth $1,400 to you. Yeah, Linda Provencher, hello, nice to see you. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here, Linda. I appreciate you. Yeah, Ryan Kelly, hello. Nice to see you as well. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Shell Balester, yeah, you're very welcome. Wayne is asking I think you said our SSDI, I think it's, yeah, our SSDI or other beneficiaries going to get anything extra? Not right now. Not right now. I mean, the vast majority of people, right? But again, like what I'm saying here in this video, this month for about 3.2 million people, that's it. It's a very small percentage of total beneficiaries. And again, just to clarify really quickly here, in this live stream right here, I'm just following up and clarifying a video that I had out a couple days ago, as I had a bunch of questions coming in saying, all kinds of different things, just clarifying that. So just not trying to get too off track here and too distracted, but yes, that's what it's coming down to. So this month, April, about 3.2 million people will be getting those higher benefits because of the repeal of the GPO and the WEP that were repealed back on January 5th of this year within the Social Security Fairness Act. Yep, that's what that is. Yeah, thanks, Beverly. Appreciate you as well. Okay, let's leave it at that for now. By the way, if you're just joining right now, I'd say just go back, watch the first 5 minutes of this video, maybe not even 5, 7 minutes of this video, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know. Just watch that. You certainly do not need to watch the part in the chat box here. But if you want to see the press releases that were released by the Social Security Administration in regards to these announcements that came out with the lump sum payment from last month that went out to 3.2 million people, the average person getting $6,710. Again, not everybody, only about 3.2 million people. And then this month, the bigger checks rolling out again to those same 3.2 million people, on average $360 more every month going forward for all of these people because of the Social Security Fairness Act, which was passed into law, last year in the House and the Senate, and then signed by the President on January 5th of this year, which was a Sunday, and I covered it at the time and shared with you all kinds of information there. Okay, let's leave it at that. Again, I don't want this to get too off track here, but I hope this helps. I honestly don't really think it did. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think this helped. Okay, anyway. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate you. Have a nice evening. I just want to do what I can for you to understand all this. I know it's very, very confusing. I know a lot of things have been changing rapidly. I know it's just a really tough time out there in a huge way for a lot of people. Either way, I'll keep you posted in any way that I possibly can. Let me ask a huge favor. Okay, just let me say this much. Going forward in the videos, if I can ask one favor, I don't care about comments. I don't care about likes. I don't even care if you subscribe. All I want to ask, please, just listen to the videos. Please, just listen. That's all I really care about these days. That's all I care anymore. I'm not even going to say anything else in the videos. I'm not going to say subscribe. I'm not going to say all that other stuff. All I'm going to say is please listen. That's all I'm going to ask for from now on. Please, listen to the content. Seriously. Anyway, it's just unbelievable. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like I'm going to have a breakdown and cry or something. Seriously. Okay, anyway, please have a nice night. I really appreciate you. Just enjoy. I'll catch you again later. Okay. I got to turn this off. Seriously. All right. All right.